Greetings, Project and Portfolio One students. It's Professor Dilts here, and I want to welcome you to our wonderful Adobe Rush tutorial. All right, so just want to give you a quick note. I'm just learning this program myself, but it's a cool program, as you can hopefully by now have checked out the videos that Adobe did provide for me to kind of showcase this wonderful program and what our students can start doing now, using this program. So just learned this program not a couple of weeks ago and been playing with it myself and trying to get used to it. But definitely want to start to get you all started on this wonderful journey of creating creating work through this program. So first off, by now, hopefully you have downloaded Adobe Rush. If you haven't yet, make sure you get over to your Creative Cloud, Adobe Creative Cloud, and just download it from there. You also have access to all Adobe products through Adobe Cloud. So just make sure you follow up on that. Now that I have it, I'm going to open it up here on the computer, my laptop. All right. Now, just to give you a quick note, this program, Rush, is really a program that you can pretty much use on your cellular device. Okay, so whatever cellular device you have, whether it's with Apple, you have an iPhone, or you have an Android, you should be able to open up this program on that phone, and you go to their website and download it. You go to the App Store and download it from that way. The only thing with the App Store, you only get three projects that you can export. So just be mindful of that. You're only going to have one project this month, and right now, probably only in Project and Portfolio 1, I think we're the only ones using this program that I know of. All right, so keep that in mind as well. You get three exported projects. Now, doing it through, of course, your Creative Cloud, you may get an opportunity, I think, to do more exported projects. So just be mindful that you don't have access to, I guess, more resources on your phone. You may have, of course, access to more resources on your computer because it's through the full sales license. All right. All right. So once you open up, as you see, we have this first window here. We have two projects we kind of worked on. This full sale project was one that they actually did at the training for this program when Adobe was on campus. And then this is just one I was working on with their promotion. I had to bring it in here to kind of make it a different format. All right. But just starting out, you'll hit create a new project. Okay. And then this wonderful window will come up. And so here you pretty much will go down. And what we're going to do, this is where you pretty much can find all your video footage. Hopefully, you'll have it saved. I would say put everything. It's great to put it on a drive if you have a drive to keep all the footage off of your actual laptop, because once you start getting footage from all your courses, that stuff starts to add up. So of course this month should be a big deal, having that footage on your computer. But of course, as you continue to take more courses, you're going to get more footage, and that starts to add up. So definitely consider probably investing in a nice drive that you can have that can hold all your footage, because you don't want your computer moving too slow and space running out on your computer. All right. So again, here pretty much this is where you'll go through and pick the videos or footage or anything you need that you will be pretty much bringing in to edit in this program. Now, since we're just doing a quick example today, I'm going to go to their wonderful sample media, which you see here. So they have a couple sample media here. We also have some Rush soundtracks that we can use if we want to bring in some music. All right. So again, we're just going to go over the basics today. So just to get you kind of started on this. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to click, as you see, number 1. That allowed me to do that. Okay. Number 2, and I'm just going to have fun here. All right. 3 and 4. All right. Let's see. Do I want to do one more? Let's do one more. Okay. All right. So we have 5 files that we have there. So I'm going to hit create, this button right here. Boom. And now, as you see, it's going to load up that media. And it should bring me to a wonderful timeline. Look at that. So right away, I'm already in the timeline. Look like I already have audio, which is pretty much connected to the video. Okay, let me make sure. So wait, there we go. So this button here, as you see, I'm able to see the audio now underneath the video files that have audio. All right, and that's this wonderful little button here. This is our toolbar. Okay, you see the scissors, you see all this. You can add media, you can delete media. Okay, expand the audio, as you see, and then the control tracks. All right, you also have some tools over here. You got your titles that you can bring titles in. You have your transitions. That's between each video. You may want to, a fade from one video, fade into another. So this is the transition key. So you can play with that. All right, and you have your color. This is, so you can change, kind of do your color correction and all that. May want some very contrasting colors. This would be a great resource to have here in that tool area. This is your audio. Okay, so you can mute the volume of your clip. Okay, you can enhance it. So this is how you control your audio. And this is how you crop an image. Okay, if you need something smaller, like you see here, maybe you want a video, playing on top of another video. As you see here. So you're able to scale using this crop and rotate, or you can rotate it, if you need to change the way it's showing on screen. This is how you do that. All right. So great tools here to play with. It's great to get in here and just start playing with these so you'll know and all that great stuff too. Okay. All right. So let's continue with this demonstration here. All right. So first off, with all of our media in, I'm going to just play it. And as you see, it's just going to play through the media that's selected. That's some really great shots. Make you think about vacation time, right? I know I am. So yeah, so very nice, beautiful shots. Now here we're about to go into a shot with some audio. So here it is.
Oh God, I love the Philippines. Good morning, Philippines.
Guess what we're gonna go to again? Snorkel. Yeah.
So today is day 1 in El Nido, and this is one of the places when you put in Philippines.
And so let's say, you're going through a shot and maybe you're like, okay, I know I like that shot. You can go to the next one by just dragging on this timeline and boom, we're going to the next shot. And look at that. Woo, that's a nice shot. Okay, so this is how we can just quickly review our media. Now we're going to go over some quick things you can start doing, editing in this program. So usually as a filmmaker, we shoot a lot of stuff. We have a lot of footage. Sometimes, which you will find later, you have a director yelling action or cut. So you're going to want to take out those elements that are not supposed to be in your shot or not supposed to be in your audio either. All right. So let's say, for instance, now, quick note here. So let's say if I want to delete some media from the timeline. So first thing what I'll do is click that media. Boom. Now I can either hit delete or I can come over here to this toolbar and hit delete. Let's try hitting delete on my keyboard here. Boom. All right. So it's just that easy. All right. Let's say, okay, this is a great shot, but I don't want it to be that long. Okay. One thing you can do is, as you see, I'm coming to the end of that clip and you see a little, it's almost like a little arrow pointing left. I'm able to drag that shot to where I want it.
And stuff, that's where we are.
All right, so now we just have this, and I can always drag it as far as I want. Okay. All right. Let's say for some reason, instead of having this play throughout that whole shot, I just want to cut it here. So that's all I'll do is hit this scissor tool over here on my left toolbar, and look, it cut it. So those that media is cut in half. Okay, you can cut it anywhere. If I want to cut it, you just pretty much pull it on your timeline. I may want to cut it here. So hit that, put it where I want it, hit the scissors, boom. Okay, that's cut. Let's say I don't want to delete it. I just want to put it, you know, in another area. I can drag it all the way to the end or wherever I want to put it. And now that media is split.
In Google or in YouTube, you're just going to see a bunch of videos and pictures.
Okay, that media is split.
Pictures of blue water, big rocks and stuff.
Okay, so he's talking about blue water. So let's show, you know, maybe we want to show a little of that here at the end of that too. So you're able to play with that. You're able to play with your video and footage and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So this little quick stuff that you can start doing right away.
That's where we are.
All right. Now, let's see. Let's get into some other cool stuff here. All right. So if I want to duplicate something, okay, so let's say we want to duplicate this. It'll just make a duplication of that. So I have two of the same files there. All right, if you want to duplicate anything. Okay. Let's see. All right, if you double click on any of the media, this wonderful, I guess you call it, this wonderful window will open up here. And you're able to, of course, change up or edit anything in that media that you're playing there. So if I want to make it smaller, I want to make it bigger, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that takes out a little of the focus. All right. Let's see if you want to rotate. Okay, you're able to do that. Vertical, up and down. All right, horizontal. Okay, so you're able to have access to that if you need it. Okay. Now let's get into some playing with maybe some of the color in this. Okay, so it's just some quick colors edits here. You got some film, Kodak. All right, so you got some really cool things you can do to kind of make your project stand out. Oh, I like this one. All right, and even in that, if you double click it, look what happens. You can edit that as well. Okay. So you can edit your color tones in that as well. Now I do like this because usually most programs, editing programs, usually you have to adjust, you know, in this color circle. But with this program, they pretty much giving you a couple great selections, and then you can always adjust it accordingly. Okay. So you see that, and we can adjust the intensity however we want. Okay, and give it a nice little rigged look. Okay, maybe too much there. So 133 here. Let's see. All right, so it's really easy for you to do that. Okay, now the next thing, let's see. Let's go back to our toolbar. Let's say, you know, you want to add in some cool font. So I come here. And you add in this wonderful window open here, and you can add in font. Now look at all the wonderful font choices you have. Okay, so you can add in font, you know, picking one of these choices. So we'll just go with the basic. Look like you just drag and drop it, and then wait till that comes up, and then boom. Okay. So this is just maybe like the start of your movie. Now to edit that font title, you'll come over here and let's see. All right, so this is how you adjust your font choice, your size, and all that good stuff. All right. Okay, and you can play with that way. And let's just show you how, in case you want to change anything. Okay, it's just that easy. Size. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's how you would add font. That's like adding font to the beginning of your shot if you want. Okay. Now let's say you want to add font right on top of the image. Okay. Let's see here. Let's drag and drop this here. Should be maybe right there. There you go. So you have to actually drag it on top of wherever the image is that you want it on. Okay, you saw that I just lifted it right above. You can kind of put it wherever you want it. Okay, for that particular frame. Okay, same thing here. Okay, all right, you can just see how that works. No audio, of course, on this. Boom, vacation time. Okay. All right, so let's see now. This is a great time for me to showcase transitions. All right, so for transitions, as you see, we have 3 main transitions that they use. Okay. All right. Now, let's see, dip to black, dip to white. All right, so with the transitions, you're pretty much just going to bring them in, and these are just simple transitions. Let's see, we can play with that. You see how that starts out black and comes in. Boom. Okay, so that's just some simple transitions they have. All right, and it looks like when you bring the transition in, it actually puts it on the front end and the back end. All right, let's try another one. Dip to black. Let's see, we'll put that one here if I can. Okay, this one went right where it needed to be. So maybe something I did there. Let's see.
Good morning, Philippines.
So that was a little dip to black. Okay. All right, so if you click the transition on your timeline, you're able to adjust how long you want it. Okay, how long you want the transition to be. All right, you may not want it a big one.
Good morning,
See
Philippines.
how that is? So this is, I was able to slow it down a little bit. All right, or you may want a fast one. Fast transition. Woo.
Good morning, Philippines.
All right.
Guess what we're gonna go to?
So it's really up to you. You have your presets here, and then you can also edit the duration of your transition. All right. Let's do one more. Let's see. I think we have one more transition. This window dip to white. Let's put that one on the end here. All right, and let's see what it does. Woo. Okay. And same vice versa. If we click it, let's see here. We're able to change it. We can make it longer. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. So there you go. Okay. So just some really cool little tricks that you can do right away with this program. Okay. Now the best way to go about this is get your media on your computer. Just upload it from your whatever device you're using. And then, save it on your desktop or whatever on the computer. And then you're pretty much going to hit the add media and find that footage and bring it in. All right. Now, one more thing that we can do here, okay, as you see, was just playing with this program, is you can add media still. So if I want to add a voiceover, I want to add media, I want to add a title, I'm able to do that. Okay. Just by clicking this. So let's see, for instance. So add title will automatically put a title right on top of our project. Okay. All right. Let me see. Add media. We'll open up a window over here, and we're able to pick media from whatever was our previous file that we were using, or you can find media from another browser, okay, that you're using. All right. Since we have some audio here, I'm going to bring in some audio, some music, so we can kind of play. So I'm going to just hit that. Once you select it and hit add, it'll import it right inside. All right. And to close that out, just hit close. Boom. All right. Let's see. Hold on there. Okay, so you see how that works. Now, for instance, if let's say you want to, this makes it so simple. Oh, you gotta love Adobe Rush. So if you click the audio file, okay, and this also works with the dialogue. So this wonderful dialogue file right underneath the video, you can do that there too. But if you click the audio file, you can come up this box, this wonderful window here will open up. You can mute the audio. You have advanced settings that you can play with. All right. So change, you can do some different things. The channels, you got your left and right channels split up. You can bring the volume down just by this click. All right. And this will just turn off the audio altogether. But if you want to be able to edit, this is how you do it. All right.
So today
And
is day one in El Nido.
Rule of thumb, you don't want your music to be too loud. You just want it to be just
Good morning,
right.
Philippines.
See what I'm saying?
Guess what we're gonna go do again?
All right. Now, if you want to get really, really into this thing, you're able to, let's say, okay, hey, I want my music to be loud. This is just a little trick, a little nugget here. I want my music to be loud when we're doing our, wonderful shots, but when my characters are talking, I want it to go down. So the way you can do that is just kind of split it up. All right, and I'm gonna split it up here. It's just a little trick. I haven't tried this yet, by the way. So we're gonna see if it works. All right, let's see. Did I do that right? Here we go. All right, so down here. All right, so you see I have to have the actual file that I'm editing. I have to have it selected. All right, so we're going to cut that. So we're going to keep this down. See, that's at 28. And then we want to bring this one up. Let's just say bring it up to 40 or so. All right, same thing with this one. I want to bring it up to 40. All right, now let's see if that makes a difference. It looks like it is right there. Okay, let's check this out now.
Good morning, Philippines.
Guess what we're gonna go do again? Stork off! Yay!
So today is day one in El Nido. And this is one of the places when you put in Philippines in Google or in YouTube, you're just gonna see a bunch of videos and pictures.
Okay, so you see that? It's kind of a little bit, you can see it, but that's a way you can play with audio. Okay, if you want to, bring the audio, have it one way, on some of your footage where there's no dialogue, and then you want to make it lower, when the dialogue comes in. All right, so just some little cool tricks you can play. Hopefully this was great for you. Now the next thing I would like to show you is how you can share this. So basically go up to File, you hit the Share button here. Boom. Make sure you save all your work. That's the first thing, because you definitely don't want your work to not be saved and you miss it and have to start over. Trust me, I know. All right, so pretty much save it there. Now you see they allow you to share it automatically to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Behance. We're going to just do local because you will actually be uploading yours to the FSO platform. All right, so yeah, so name it what you want to name it. Of course, we'll, usually in this course, in all your courses, you usually name your work and whatever the project is called. For this, we'll just say an example. So last names underscore, first name underscore, then whatever the name of the project is. All right, save to. Okay, right now it's saving to documents, and it's saying I have an invalid file name. Oh, probably because MP4, I don't know. All right, so for now, we'll just save it as example, okay? If you have problems with that, we'll figure it out. All right, so then if I click save to, I can save it wherever. So I'm gonna hit the desktop so we can find it really quickly. All right, let me see if this will let me work. Let's see why it's not doing that. Okay. All right. Okay, so I guess it let me do it now. So just so yeah, so there you go. All right, you may have to do it after you decide where you want to save it at. Now, if you hit advanced settings, you have pretty much where you can save it, you know, to match whatever platform you're sharing it on. All right, so automatic, of course, is going to share it automatic, you know, where it can just play on your desktop. But if you have, you know, if you're planning to share it on YouTube or Facebook, you have different presets there that are in order. Resolution, okay. All right, sometimes you don't have to do the full 1080p. Sometimes the 720 works really well, especially if it's a platform. All right, like ours, like FSO. So, so it's something good to keep in mind. All right, frame rate. Put that, change that up to stereo quality. Of course, we love high. All right. For us, I think I may try the 720 just to see how well it saves, just because I think that's probably the best way for the FSO platform. Okay. All right. So let's hit, once you have that information in, you're going to hit export. We are saving on the desktop. And then you just wait and allow your video to render. Okay. Usually this takes a little while, so just, you know, be patient with it. This is with all video files like this once it's rendering. Okay. So yeah, so this was a really great it's a really great platform that you can use, program that you can use to edit your videos. And I mean, yes, we're doing the instructional video that you will be editing this month with this program. But as you see, it's so easy. You can edit anything. You can have, maybe have family day out on a Saturday, and you take your family out maybe to a theme park, and you want to shoot some footage just to keep, you know, you and your kids and your family. This is a great program just to edit that footage and, you know, make a nice little project that you and your family can share and keep for memories. So so yeah, take advantage of this. This is a really cool program that Adobe has here, you know, to offer. All right, so once that's done, we're going to hit this done button here, and let's just pretty much move this out the way. And as you see, the file is right there on my desktop. And then here we have a 3-minute project.
Good morning, Philippines.
Guess what we're gonna go do again? Stork off! Yay!
So today is day 1 in El Nido.
All right, there you have it. All right. So again, this is Professor Dilts. I'll be here if you have questions or concerns. Please reach out to me. And looking forward to seeing all the wonderful projects you're going to be working on this month. All right. Let me know if you have questions or concerns. I'll be here. It's a new program. I think it's wonderful. Great tool to use. And hopefully this tutorial was beneficial for you to help you get started. All right. Have fun with this. Like I said, it's a great program. And I'll be here if you have questions. Take care. Take care.